What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Turnbuckle Talk here with Kraken and myself, Josh Vibes Up. And we had another good, we had a good weekend of wrestling. We already talked about Full Gear, though, on Saturday after the show. So if you want to go check out our review on that, go check out our podcast from a few days ago. But we now know the names of the Continental Classic.
Oh my
I'm super hyped
gosh.
about it.
Yeah.
So I'm hyped, dude. And there's a lot of like stories involved now.
There's a lot of
Like, a lot of,
meshing.
like, outside stories. So, Blue League is Orange Cassidy, Claudio Castagnoli, John Moxley, Máscara, Dorada, Roderick Strong, and Takeshita. That's insane already. Like, OC making his debut in the Continental, he's never been in one before. Dorada as well.
Mhm.
Moxley making his debut in a C2. Insane. So, obviously, the big thing being Moxley and Claudio in the Blue League on the same side. So that's pretty insane, especially now with Moxley losing at Full Gear. And of course, he's like lost, tapped out at Blood and Guts, and he tapped against Hangman. And then on the Gold League, we have some crazy shit too. We have Okada, we have Fletcher, so obviously down Callis fam right there.
Yep.
And then we have Darby Allin, Speedball, and Kevin Knight. So they're obviously going to face in this. And we saw them kind of square up at the Full Gear anyways, because they were both in the gauntlet. And of course, Okada on the Gold League. So insane lineup already, just names. But they announced matches for tomorrow's Dynamite, which the big one being already, they're kicking it off. I don't know if this will be the first match of the night or what, but Okada versus fucking Kyle Fletcher. The Callis fam battling. Of course, Kyle coming off his TNT title loss. Okada. So my question, I think we kind of talked about this already when we were confused, but so if Okada loses this match, does he lose the title?
I
I
would
forget how this works with him as a champion during this.
I can't remember if that's how it works. I think if he's not in the finals, he has to fight the winner because he is the champion. Because
So if he
remember,
doesn't make it, he just has to wait for the winner of the finals.
because
Because they've announced for World's End they're doing again
the finals,
the finals and the semi like they did last time.
Mhm. Which that's where we seen Will Ospreay,
And Okada.
yeah,
Yeah, that was the finals, but we also saw them battle. So they did double duty because then they both had to earn their shot for that one.
yeah. So if
Or
he's
whatever it
not
was.
in the finals, I don't know if he has to compete again.
Echo, turn off ice maker.
So it
Yeah,
could
I'm not
be.
sure.
I don't think we've had that because he's won it every year.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll find out. Well, actually, yeah, no, he did win it. I was gonna say didn't Mark not I was gonna say Eddie Kingston, but they started it with him as a champion. That's how it was.
Yeah.
So that one, and then we're also getting Kevin Knight and Darby Allin on the Gold League as well. So 2 Gold League, and then 1 Blue League match will be John Moxley versus Máscara Dorada. And Dorada, I would love to see. I don't think they will, but I wouldn't hate if he made it to the finals at World's End.
No, it wouldn't be that wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't also mind seeing Hack in the finals, but
Oh, I wouldn't hate that either.
I think we all know where this is leading to. And I think the build's gonna be great to get there, but I think everybody who's been keeping up with AEW truly and watching everything that's building, we're gonna get Okada and Takeshita in your
Oh,
finals.
100%. Which is crazy because then I could even see people wanting to say, well, maybe Moxley and Moxley will make it to the finals, or even Claudio, like to try to prove themselves to the Death Riders or something like that. But I don't think that personally. But I mean, like, there's cases for a lot of different things that could happen in the finals.
Yeah. My only question is through this tournament, are we going to see the Death Riders dissolve since?
100%. My prediction for this is since they're on the same side, obviously Pac's on the opposite side, but they could do, and I don't think they'll get this far, Claudio versus Pac or Moxley versus Pac in the finals. No way that happens, in my
No.
opinion. Um, But I think this will definitely exacerbate and quicken the downfall of the Death Riders, or Moxley getting kicked, one of the two. Um, Obviously, with them two, Moxley and Claudio having to face, Pac doesn't have to worry about facing anyone in it because he's on Gold League unless they both make it to finals, which I was just talking about, but I don't see it. So I think that like it'll obviously be the Moxley Claudio match. I think there'll be a lot of tension in that one, and then like afterwards they might try to like shake each other's hands and bullshit, But I think that like we might see Claudio like either turn right after that or like the side eye look again, like he did when he was doing the promo backstage.
Yeah. The there's a lot of good things that can happen inside this. You could even have Orange Cassidy get a win over Moxley, which will help build
Yeah.
that feud
Yep.
of they're wanting to push him out.
You could even have Moxley lose tomorrow to Dorada, and then like afterwards have like a similar thing to when he lost to everyone else, and then being like, "What the fuck?" I don't know if I think we might have fully brought it up, but I'm just gonna bring it up again from Saturday Full Gear when Moxley lost to to Kyle. Um, Marina, she like looked like she was gonna cry for a
Yeah.
second. She like for a second lip quivered, her whole face drooped for a second, and then she kind of sucked it up and kind of was like, and just like took a
Yeah,
deep breath and just
and
kind of hid it away, which was awesome by the way to see. Like she really sold that. Like she was like you could see it as like a it's coming to an end type of thing, like on her face, like it's over type of thing, or what we are like I don't know, or like a lot of people are saying like she's crying because she knows what they're gonna have to do or something like that, and I was like that's cool too actually.
it is
Um,
because I mean I think she got real big in AEW because of the Death Riders.
yeah,
If
she
she would
wasn't
have,
doing really much of
yeah,
anything before that.
and now she's tagged up with Megan Bain, possibly our
Yep.
first women's tag team champion.
Yeah,
So,
they're in the tourney.
um, and then even Claudio talking about Saturday, he kind of, he gave him that side eye, and looked disappointed when they were leaving. So, all those things are pointing towards this might be where they finally push him out. It may happen at World's End, but we finally see it. But
Yeah,
this will
maybe we'll
build
finally
it.
have something there. Yeah, so there's a lot that can happen there. Obviously, we were just talking about with Fletcher and Okada being on the same side tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. Especially because Fletcher, after losing when they were backstage, Okada and Takeshita with Don, they were like talking about not being on the same page. They were sad about losing their trios match. And then Fletcher walked up and like, "Hey, what about Proto Shida? What about Proto Okada? Where was my help? Blah 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 blah." And
He was
that's when he
pissed.
declared for the C2 as well. And that was when we found out our first three people. So, yeah, it's really a lot of tension in those two factions right now, at least at the top for the Callis fam, and for the whole Death Riders. So, a lot can go down. And I'm curious what happens with Kevin and Speedball. I'm wondering if they'll do anything with them breaking up because of this, because they were both in the gauntlet for the national title at the pay per view. And so now they're both against each other at one point for this and on the same league. So I'm wondering if it'll go down to them like splitting up because they both could be great single stars. Like
They
I
could.
expected Speedball to be, but they ended up gelling as a great tag team and been great since they both came in. So, um, are they gonna split them up early? I don't know. They've been great in that tag division this year, so it's been a revived AEW tag division. So that's why I'm curious. Like, there's so much that could go down in this fucking tournament, like
Yeah, this
storyline
is
wise.
yeah, that's what I like about this Continental Classic. It is more storyline driven this year.
This is the biggest, and it's every year's been stacked, but I think this is an arguably the best, just because of the storylines that makes it
And
that much better.
what I think is another good thing is because of everything Tony's done through 25 storyline wise to get us to this point, this is why this is as big as it is. Because you could have these names in here, yeah, they're big names, but if there's no stories that we've seen building through other storylines and other things that's happened through Dynamite Collision, all the pay per views, we wouldn't be talking about it as big as it is right now. So
I will
that's
say
great.
I was hoping for Bandito, and I'm assuming he didn't make it because obviously Tony talked about he has to see how everyone is after the pay per view health wise. So I'm assuming that probably plays a part. And he's had so many crazy matches this year. I wouldn't doubt he has some lingering stuff or anything. I mean, I'm sure all of them do. But man, I would have loved for him to be in this just because he's in that running for wrestler of the year. I think for almost all the top, fucking companies that give out shit. And yeah, so that would have been amazing.
Yeah, I expect
No Brody this
Bandito.
year either. No Brody King. There's so many names that could have been in there, and it would have still just been just as exciting. And I mean, like if you like substituted out a few people like Dorada or something, you could have thrown in Brody or a Bandito in there because Brody had a great run last year.
Did.
So that would have been cool too.
But with Bandito, I think we're gonna see him kind of slow down a little bit because he's been running so wide open.
Still ROH champion too, so it's not
Yeah,
like he's not really doing anything. So,
yeah, he's gonna be over there defending that like crazy too. So we'll see what he does moving forwards.
but dude, I'm so hyped for that. And then they have a few other things announced for AEW tomorrow, but that's gonna be my most hyped is those Continental matches.
Yeah, I've seen some people like not happy that they're doing it. In my chat, and then they think it's not needed. But I'm really looking forward to this more than I did last year.
Hmm. Same. So just a lot happened on Raw and NXT the last 2 days in the sense of botching and just not the best shows. Maybe I only saw bits and pieces of Raw. I was busy last night, so you saw more than me. We've already kind of chatted about that. But the biggest things that I saw from on my end was obviously the Brock botch. We gotta talk about
Oh
that.
yeah,
So came out at the end of the show to join his the Vision team to fight with the face team, for WarGames leading up this Saturday. And he comes out, typical Brock cowboy hat, and he fucking does his pose as the fucking beat hits when he I don't know, I guess he just slipped. I really don't know. He slipped, he took a whole little back tumble and got up to his feet right away, and he was like had a big old smile on his face. And Paul, like, it's funny because Paul literally just watches it happen. Like, he does the pose and he just like he kind of happens to see out the corner of his eye, and he just follows them rolling back, and then just he's like no, and then he sees him smiling, so he starts to smile, and Braun Breaker's smiling too, and he puts his hat on him. Dude, I want to see someone. Did you ever see the Vine back in the day? It's like that like kid that gets pushed in the swing and they like fall off the swing, and then like someone made it into the kid like as the Wii bowling.
yes,
They
yes.
should do that with Brock. Please, if anyone's talented in that type of fucking editing, please do so. I want to see that meme. I'm sure it'll get you numbers too. I'm giving you a free idea right here.
Yeah, he played it off well. Because of course he came up laughing, which is good. I'm glad to see he was in good spirits of it because that could have, it could have went sideways very quickly with Brock. But it was fucking hilarious. Like I think everyone got a good laugh out of it.
Yeah, that's funny. At least it would have been I'm glad he didn't do this, but it would have been funny if he would have like got super hot and just fucking started to actually go crazy in the ring because of it. But obviously it's
Well, we
funny. It's a
wouldn't have
funny
got to
moment.
see it because Netflix, and this was one thing
Oh,
after.
did it? It ended right
Oh
after that?
my
Okay.
fucking god, did it ever? It pissed me off. I don't
Really?
understand it. We're building it up. They're sitting there. They're just all five of them just cussing each
So wait,
other,
was
ready
it
to
so
fight.
did they even get to a brawl or anything?
They start swinging and they throw each other in the corner and the fucking doo
Oh, it cut
doo.
right as the
I
second they
was,
started
I was
brawling.
like, what the fuck are we doing? We're building up war games,
Wow.
and you can't even show us the fight. So we have to go and
Yeah,
hope
that's
someone posts
weird.
it. Yeah, Logan Paul got prime energy drinks poured all over
I
him,
saw that, or at
and
least people told me about it, I think. I don't think I
Brock
saw it, but people
sacrificed
told me
him
about it.
to Roman and his team. All types of good shit happened.
What?
After the
Well, did
Netflix
they upload it
logo.
to their YouTube or anything, WWE? I'm sure they
I
had to have,
They
right?
probably did. I haven't looked. I've
Okay.
been busy, but
I didn't know. I didn't see I feel like I didn't see I saw things. I've told you the things I saw, but
yeah,
I didn't see a whole lot from
it,
the Raw. So but yeah, that's so crazy. How are you on Netflix? And there's times where you go 3 hours. We've had like 2 3 hour Raws this year, and then we've had like a lot of them go between 2.5 hours to 2 hours and 45 minutes. How are you cutting that off?
yeah. I don't know.
Maybe that's their strategy. Maybe they wanted to on purpose.
The cliffhanger effect. Fuck the cliffhanger
Maybe they
effect.
wanted to post it. Here, I'm gonna look. I wonder if it is on their YouTube. My guess would be is that they wanted that to be a social media segment.
So what I'm looking
If it
at,
is, I'm gonna look now and see. I don't know though.
it's only 3 minutes. I don't know if it's the full thing.
But is it the after the Raw or is it from the same thing that they showed?
That's what I'm looking at right now. Gotta get through
I'm looking for
this.
it now. You got there quicker than me. Okay, Raw. Logan Paul gets mauled by Roman Reigns. That's a minute 43. Reigns was
So
in.
yeah,
Okay,
here
so
it
they did
is.
post a few things.
Okay, so yeah, if you go to like the 3 minute mark, right there,
Right.
3:11, and then it cuts it off right at
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
3:17,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so
Yep.
that's all we
Yep.
see. At 3:17, if you pause it, that's what we see. So all this extra afterwards, Roman just giving right hands to Brock. No, I didn't see that
Yeah, I'm
shit.
seeing that now.
Ah, yeah, you see what went dark?
So
Okay.
and even still, it only goes like
Alright.
5 seconds after. So, but then they do have the Logan Paul Prime part though on the YouTube as well, like from
Of
their cameras. So
course,
that's on there.
that's good.
But that okay, so they didn't even post. So I wonder if they wanted to include that last 6 7 seconds that were cut off. But it's so funny to me because like, yeah, obviously it's just gonna end like a normal brawl or they get separated, whatnot. But apparently a lot happened during it, according to the live crowd. So
Yeah, like here we go. Yeah, Brock acts like they're gonna run into the ring. Offers Logan Paul to the masses. Boom, Cody Cutter. I would have got excited for that shit. Uh oh, what's this? Oh, Roman's
I
getting the
love your
crowd hype.
frustration. I can
Uh,
hear your frustration when you're watching it too.
ooh, Spear, son of a bitch. Boy, I would have been excited. I tell you what, that's a War Games build right there. God dang. Well,
Dude, that was the best ever live reaction on the podcast. That was hilarious.
Jesus. Like, why? I don't understand. This is a minute 42. Netflix couldn't have gave us. I don't.
Maybe a segment went longer than it should have. Who knows?
Unfortunately, we
So
had
funny.
extra time because of what happened in the Penta match.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, actually, so I had saw that and I forgot about that for some reason. I saw he posted today, but it didn't really say much besides like he didn't say like a timetable or nothing. And obviously, I'm not sure if he already got an MRI. I mean, it's a Tuesday, so I'm sure he could get it done pretty much
Hmm.
immediately the next day. But obviously those results wouldn't come out, I don't think, until if I mean, who knows? Maybe he's a pro athlete, maybe they get them sooner. Um Anyways, I feel like there really wasn't much of an update. Like someone in my chat said Fightful said that he was fine, but all I saw was that it's more than likely he had a dislocation, kind of
Yes.
like Liv's, and they're just wanting, and again, Liv's like if she released the footage of them popping it in backstage, and she's like, "Oh, good, like is that good?" And the doc's like, "Well, we still have to scan to make sure."
Yep.
And sure enough, she had torn ligaments and whatnot. So obviously that's what we need to go see. So I haven't seen shit besides what he posted earlier, and it was just like, "Thank you everyone, and thank you for my opponent for the gracious fight." Like he was just
Hmm.
being all humble.
Yeah, so what happened was Solo throws him over the barricade into the crowd, and he goes over the Talatonga and starts talking to the crowd. Next thing you know, Penta hits a Hurricane Rana, and when he does, I don't know if he didn't roll right or catch himself, but he landed shoulder first on the floor and
Yeah.
started just smacking the floor. And you can see him; he was doing the whole arm thing, trying to get it to go back in. Medical runs over there. Solo gets in the ring. And of course, with us having Netflix and VPN, it stays with it the whole time. And Solo's just walking around, and Wade just continues to talk about how he landed funny. Hopefully, he's okay.
Mhm.
Comes back from commercial, and the ref gets in the ring, just waves the match off. He can't compete. But he was visibly pissed off that he could
Yeah.
not finish the match. From what I understand, he wanted to finish, even it,
Oh, every
trying to
wrestler
pop
does
it in. Yeah,
if it's not life threatening. Yeah.
yeah, he was wanting to pop it
Um.
back in. They wouldn't let him.
So this is what he said. He posted a thing and it says, "Thank you to everyone who has checked in on me. This injury tested my body and spirit, but it also awakened my strength that has always guided me. I'm a Mexican warrior, forged in struggle, honor, and heart. And though my fall was hard, I rose with a fire stronger than ever. To my rival, my deepest respect. Thank you for your professionalism and for a clean, dignified battle. I recognize your dedication and honor. I will be back soon, stronger and more prepared, and determined to finish what I left pending." So he says I'll be back very soon. So I'm assuming that's a
Well,
good sign.
yeah, he's got that match with Ray Phoenix because they got back together at the
December
AAA
20th, yeah, so that's about a
event.
month, little less than a month.
So hopefully he is okay to be able to do that because we was talking about it last week. It's time for the Lucha Bros to reunite, and now we're getting it in AAA.
Yeah,
Eh,
okay, so I have thoughts on that. So, I get it. So, I totally don't, like, hate it, I just don't like it. And I'll tell you why, and it's not like I don't want them together thing, like, I get why it's happening there. It's happening in AAA because obviously they came from AAA in Mexico, they're gonna get the big pop there, it's gonna be big for AAA, a lot of people this event's gonna be streamed more than likely on the WWE's YouTube channel because 'cause they've announced some big matches for it. I'm pretty sure they've already announced it for it, I just haven't really kept up with it. So I'm assuming, we're assuming. I'm assuming it'll be on WWE's YouTube channel. And so it's gonna bring a lot of eyes to have obviously Dom and Grande versus the Lucha Brothers for the first time. Lucha Brothers first time since what, 2023?
yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be a big match. And I get it. They want to grow the AAA brand and they're, doing what all they can with it. They're doing a lot with it, and I commend them. They didn't just buy it for the tape library, which is cool to see. It's not like an Evolve situation too where it got sucked in. Which no, they're not using the name, but so props to that. But yeah, I just would rather it be on the main roster. And again, I already said I understand why it's happening there. I gave the full explanation. I just would prefer it personally if it was on the main roster on a Raw. I feel like it would have just, especially because I feel like, and you could just bump them to Raw after this, and fucking draft doesn't matter. Everyone's showing up everywhere again. So you could just have them show up on Raw and help spark up that division, after this, which would make, I guess, sense because they're not really. I mean, besides Penta being in the tournament, they weren't really storyline doing much. At least, well, Phoenix just got done with his 5v5, but
Ray Phoenix is, I don't know, he's tag teaming with Andrade, and then now he's tag teaming with Shinsuke. Why don't you just put him with fucking Penta? Oh, we're doing it in AAA.
Well, they are finally. So
we want it on the main roster. Now,
and again, I don't hate it. I just prefer it to be on the main roster, and I know it will be now soon. Because no way, I swear, if they fucking put them together for just this fucking show, dude, I'm gonna be yelling into this microphone, bro. I'm gonna push it back, and I'm gonna be.
So you're gonna hear me from the other side of the fucking room, off the camera.
You're just gonna be standing there like this. You're gonna be like.
Yeah, I don't blame you,
dude. I swear, if they do that, I'm gonna be pissed. But yeah, I don't think they're that dumb. But then again.
See.
So unsure. I can tell by your voice. Oh man, but yeah, hope Penta's injuries. It sounds. He says very soon, so that sounds good. So.
On top of the main event, which we've kind of talked about with the Brock, and then the Netflix cut off. The Vision did win the advantage match in a distraction roll-up pin by Logan Paul on Jimmy. So at least it wasn't Jay dropping the ball this time.
So was it? So wait, who rolled up who?
Logan rolled up Jimmy.
I thought you said Drew at first. That's why I was like, wait, did he say Logan or Drew? Yeah. I asked again, and I was like, I was trying to scroll when you were talking about trying to figure out where this happened because I had no fucking clue. But fuck me, dude. Really?
Yeah, Jay landed a dive over the top rope.
Breaker and Braun got involved at some point.
Yeah, they did. And well, they came out there to get involved. They grabbed Jay's leg.
Before the match was over.
Yeah, and Cody and Punk come out. They're all brawling, and Jay's like, "Hey," looks at Jimmy. Just flies.
So is that what led up to the roll up?
Yeah, he flew over the top rope, took out everybody. Logan rolls up Jimmy as he's distracted.
Fuck off! I'm glad I didn't see that. That sounds dumb. And someone actually asked me earlier because they're like, someone that knew that came into my stream. I'm pretty sure they were new. They're like just asking general questions. Hey, who's your current favorites and whatnot. I was like, oh yeah, I love Kenny right now. Ospreay. If I had to choose in WWE, I'm really a big fan of Dom right now. Like he's really like the guy that I have the Rocket too. I just named a few, and then they're like, "What do you think of Logan Paul?" And I was like, "It's good when he rehearses." Yeah. I saw the clip of like him and Jay. Like I don't know what the fuck they were going for, but they hit something weird. Did you see that?
I think that might have been during the Continental Classic. Because I had some people ask me.
Logan and Jay in the Continental Classic?
No. If you're talking about the match.
Oh, when you were watching the video.
I was watching the Continental Classic, yeah.
I was like, they were in the Continental Classic? What the fuck planet am I on right now?
No, because like the first 10 minutes of the match, I was watching the Continental Classic.
Dude, I love smoking. It's great. Get myself so confused so easily.
So the first, no lie, the first 10, 15 minutes, however long Shivani was talking to us on YouTube, I was not paying attention to them.
That's funny. I don't know why that's funny to me. That's just funny. It's not even that funny, but it is. But that was literally the only thing I saw out of that main event was the Jay and Logan spot. Oh yeah, and then I saw bits and pieces of the match, and I saw like the finish. Mello and Gunther sounded like a fucking heater.
It was.
Like, people were like I saw a lot of people like that match just made Mello. Like that was insane. Like if they don't do anything with him now, then we know who to blame because that was insane.
Yeah. Mello actually really impressed me in this match. And I know that's odd because he's had a lot of great matches, but there was at a point I thought he was gonna win this. He hit
Yeah, that's
he
what I saw, like, with the, like, last few minutes of the match, and there was, like, a few close calls there.
yeah, he was doing the Ricky Saints technique, in my opinion. You know, the multiple DDTs on the
Mm,
inside, outside of the ring. Then he hits the nothing but net.
tornado.
Yeah. He hits that nothing but net, and I'm like, oh shit, this is it. This is it. And he kicks out, and I was like, oh, that was everything. That was the last blow that we could give. And of
It looks
course,
like he almost won by countout too.
yes, on the
Gunther barely made
outside,
it in.
barely. Jessica, I swear, she threw up the 10 as his like forearm slid in the ring.
She probably was like that and then stopped.
Yeah, it was that close. It was a great fucking match. Match of the
Yeah,
night.
everything the ending, again, I didn't see the build up to that last few minutes, but I saw the few minutes in the finish, and man, that just looked insane. And the crowd was so into it, and but everyone on Twitter that I saw, that's how I saw it, was just like that match made Mello like
Mhm.
that was his. That's like I don't want to say that could be his Austin 316 moment because obviously that's such a big defining moment, so I don't
Yeah.
want to compare it to that. But like it's gonna be a match that everyone remembers. And if he does get to that point in his career, it's gonna be like a point where everyone's gonna be like, that was the point where they were like, we need to do more with him.
Yeah, I agree. It can easily be, but the way the match ended was great. And so, if I remember correctly, um, there was a sleeper that was attempted by Gunther. Mello reversed it, hit a DDT, which got a count. I think it was a 2 count. He went for another power bomb, which got reversed into a first 48. Uh, then he tried to go for a springboard DDT and got a big boot out of the fucking air. And then that set him up for 2 power bombs and a sleeper. But I mean, he was hitting him with everything.
Damn.
It was a great
So
match
that was the
overall.
highlight of Raw.
Yeah, if you go back and watch anything, that's the one match you would watch.
One thing I saw about the show, besides like about that match too, was the beginning. I didn't see the beginning, but like I heard about the beginning, and this is something that I think we've talked about before. So Xavier Woods posted a video. He was like getting a haircut backstage at Raw, and he's like, they have it on the TV where he's at, and he's like, we're 10 minutes or whatever he says, like we're 10, 11 minutes, or he says like the time. He's like, it's whatever 10 or so. We're 10 minutes into Raw, and he's like, and Cody's on his way out to the ring, and nothing's happened yet. Like, we're
Yes.
just getting entrances. And he's literally backstage saying what we've been talking about for weeks. Because obviously they start the show with like recap or like their people. They kind of mix it up now. A lot of time for a while it was just like straight up the people walking in the building. Now they'll do like sometimes they'll do like a segment, like a quick backstage segment, or like just a recap. Then they'll go into the people walking backstage, and then it'll lead to someone coming out to start the show or a match to start the show with entrances. A lot of the time it's a segment, so it's them walking out. And so we barely get to them talking like 8, 9, 10 minutes into the fucking show.
So
Mm.
Xavier is not wrong. So here's exactly how this went. I start up, I'm talking to my chat because I'm gonna give you how the timeline went down. I'm talking to my chat. I get the spinning wheel of death. My internet crashes. I have to unplug it, reboot it, restart everything. And by the time I get that done, Roman is standing in the middle of the ring, his finger in the fucking sky. And we're 8 minutes into the fucking show.
So what did you miss? Just recap?
Just the fucking
An entrance?
recap. And Roman walking to the ring. That's it in 8 minutes. It's like, what?
What?
The chat was like, what did we miss? Absolutely nothing.
So this
Absolutely
is what it
nothing.
tells me. It says commentary welcomed us to the show, but we get a recap of the build to WarGames from SmackDown and Raw.
Yes.
So you got all that, and then it says then the usual montage of talent arriving to the arena. So then you missed that,
Yeah.
and then you missed Roman Reigns' entrance. See, that was all. You had your internet crash. Like you started stream, chatted with people for a bit.
Yep.
Internet crashed, restarted everything because it crashed.
Mhm.
Obviously I know how long that takes. It usually takes sometimes 5 minutes maximum. Sometimes. Once you got that, you went live, made sure everything was good, and Roman was still not talking. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yes. Absolutely is.
That is insane, dude. Like, and I get it. Like, I'm glad that they're kind of changing it up and not just immediately, hey, welcome to Raw, here's everyone arriving, and they're kind of doing, and they always still did the recap after that anyways. But it's like, fuck me. Can you just like, or like sometimes they'll start with like people like they've had it where like people are arriving, then they get attacked or whatever. We've seen that quite a bit too. But fuck, can we get like just a match immediately starting in the ring or something. Like, I don't know. Like, not like recap people arriving, then match. I mean, like, can we literally start with these guys, someone just in the middle of the ring to start the show and be like, oh, I fucking hate this guy. Get your ass out. And then he comes out here, bring the bell. Ding, ding. You know what I mean? It's something. Come on. Can we get out of this fucking feel like we have some type of routine every Monday that we can't break? I don't know how to explain it.
Surprises. Show the fans like we used to with the fucking signs going absolutely
Even
fucking
that,
wild. Give us a
something.
firework. One fucking single firework. I don't give a damn.
Give us an actual theme intro.
Yeah.
Like, instead of just the then, now, forever together,
then.
and then the really, and then it's just people walking into the fucking arena or whatever the theme is. I always forget what the Raw theme is.
I think it's
But-
Fiend still.
No, that was just WrestleMania.
Was it?
I would cry every Monday if that was the fucking theme, dude. I hate that. I don't even hate that song. I heard it so much. I'm so tired of it.
Just like that Aerosmith song. Now that they've announced that, it's every other commercial break.
So what else happened on Raw? Let me see. I'm just kind of scrolling here. I guess it was JD versus Ray good. Excuse me.
JD versus Ray. It actually was.
I feel like I didn't even hear anything about that.
I feel like it was, but like yet again, it was right after the Mysterio, after Dom's mini Cena.
Okay, fuck that. Let's talk about this. Yeah, we haven't talked about this yet. I was thinking of the NXT stuff before that. I can't believe I didn't even want to talk about this. Okay, I didn't see it, obviously, and I want to talk about this first because I didn't see it, and you have more that you could say about it. Well, no, I did see it, but it was like whatever WWE uploaded of it, right? And I feel like they don't always like upload full things. Anyways, so I saw like where it started with Dom, like he just like it's just like him like saying whatever he was saying. I don't even remember what. And then the Cena music hits, and then it's like Dom acting all shocked, and then it takes a bit, and then it's fucking Psycho Stu from the Micro Wrestling who comes out as Cena, and he has his own fucking stew. Cameraman, which that made me chuckle more than anything, was that he had his own stew with like a handheld cam. That was hysterical because they even actually had the real stew, and then there's like photos of the real stew filming them, so that was funny. But dude, the fucking weird thing about this, and I already told you, was this was on the anniversary. I couldn't tell you how many years, but the anniversary of when they did this with Brett. So obviously, if you don't know what I'm talking about, with the Montreal screw job, you guys have never heard that before. Anyone listening in, it was Sean and Brett where they screwed over Brett and Vince called for the bell. Well, if you don't know, I think a lot of people don't talk about this part. The following Raw, so this is when pay-per-views were on Sunday, so Raw was the next day. Yeah. The next day, 24 hours later, not even, it was 22 hours later, like barely fresh. After this whole thing, Brett's already talked to Dave Meltzer. Dave Meltzer's already put out fucking a shit ton about this information about what happened at this point. So like a lot was going crazy at this point. If you were alive back then, like a lot happened, and in like a small amount of time. They fucking start Raw with DX, Sean, obviously, and he comes out and they bring out Bret Hart. Here comes Bret, and it's fucking a small person with a Bret mask and a wig, or whatever it was, and obviously that was a lot worse because that was of everything I went down then. This just I thought that was I either it's really crazy irony that they did it on the same day, or they just thought, you know what? I want to say it's irony, but with it being Triple H and he was part of the first one, I want to say he might have had it, or someone told him and he was like, you know what would be good tonight? And they found out Psycho Stu was in the era. I don't know. This was definitely planned, because if you had Psycho Stu from Micro Wrestling there to be mini John Cena, this had to be. If this was a 24-hour notice thing, that's crazy.
It was better than
like a week in advance.
It was better than Dom talking to an invisible person and having a match like Miz did.
Fair point. So yeah, obviously. I did see another thing that made me chuckle was when Dom like was talking shit to him, and after Psycho Stu takes his head, he goes, "Fine speech." He puts his hat back on. I was like, okay, that's good, because that's dead on. That's John. So the couple of things made me chuckle, but I was like, are we real? Like, it felt at the same time like a fucking 2019 WWE segment. It felt like we were in the Twilight Zone for a second. It felt like it almost, you know what it felt like? Remember when in early AEW we had the term Codyverse, because his segments always felt so different from the rest of the show?
It did. Yeah.
That's what that felt like. And again, I didn't see it live, but I saw whatever they uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Makes
all that
sense.
I saw from that, I was like, this does not. And again, I didn't see the full show, but I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard people even like, God, this was a weird show, and a lot
I
of the
will
people like, this was a
say
great
it was
show.
it
So
was
I've
a
heard mixed.
odd go home show. But like I said, I've had more rants tonight about this show than I've had about any other show. So
You have actually, yeah. This is the most. You made me laugh quite a bit.
so
But again, I maybe I would feel differently if I saw it live than seen it after the fact. I don't know.
I don't know, but I know I lost it. I don't know why I did. I guess I just wasn't expecting because I was like, oh,
Every reactor I saw their reaction of, they literally were cracking up the whole time. I didn't see one person like, this is stupid.
yeah.
Again, and that just may be the fact. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I would have felt differently if I saw this live with the whole show and like I normally do. But I only saw that was like the only full thing I saw with that. Everything else was just like bits and pieces from clips on Twitter and stuff.
But he runs down to the ring, and his Stu is behind him, and then Stu's running behind him.
Yeah, I saw there was a photo too
Oh
of
my
the stew was like
God.
on the mini stew was on like a
That's-
platform, like a little
Yes.
stool or whatever, and he was next to the actual stew for me. That was funny too.
He couldn't
That
get
was
in the
good.
ring. He had to he jumped and couldn't reach it, so he went up the steps and got in the ring, and then acted like he slid into the ring. There was so much
That's
that
so stupid.
happened, but
Uh,
yeah. So after he does the fine speech thing, Dom's like, "Hey, going off the script," and he was like, "No, nah, I'm
oh
not
yeah,
doing that."
that was so
And
stupid.
then that's
Yeah.
when Dom hits him with a boot.
And
And
then he's
that's
like
what
falls back. The way he fell though cracked me up. And it's just, and I'm not trying to be rude, and it's gonna come off that way no matter how I say this. Like obviously it's just because of his height and his body size. It was just
yeah.
there was no like flailing. Just he was done. And I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I didn't expect that. He was done. He just tipped over quickly. And I saw that I was like, fuck. I just started laughing immediately.
Yeah. I don't know. Like it was good pop for sure. Like I laughed about it. I laughed about it, even
Oh
talking
yeah, it
about
was a
it
good
now.
fake out on the live crowd. They were going crazy. And even what's his name? Joe Tessitore, he sold it good. He was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And like he was doing a really good job of selling it. So I was like, because
But,
obviously when I saw it, it was like the headline, like it was a mini, so like I knew before I even saw the video because it was already like told me what happened.
but like I said, if you go back and watch it and just see like I guess because I don't know if you've seen the actual highlights of it all, but there was some good spots in it. You asked about the Ray and JD match. Um, I don't know why Mysterio won this match because JD McDonough once again proved why he does not need the Judgment Day. But they did. They had Finn was up on the apron distracting the ref, which led to JD trying to get, I think it was a clothesline. Ray steps out of the way, hits him in the leg. He hits Finn 619 tadpole splash. But the
So
whole
basically,
match, JD McDonough was completely in control of this match. But for me, this is the one match, and as much as I've been a Rey Mysterio fan when I was growing up and still have been when he came back, this one is just, it did not hit for me. That match didn't.
so I told you about this earlier, but during NXT tonight, because obviously it was taped. So the way Netflix works with anytime they have like a taped WWE show, they don't just like do the same thing where you watch it via live feed with like the commercials and they just fucking post it like a normal episode of like any TV show.
Yeah.
So as soon as it hits on those tape shows, you could skim through the whole show if you wanted. So because of that, I was like, okay, chat, I'm gonna stream it in Discord. I was pretty vocal about it. Like I'm gonna stream in Discord, and I multi-stream, and somehow I got copyright infringement from Discord. Like they deleted the channel for like 24 hours or whatever it is, and they gave me like limited access. Even though I tested, I went to like another con, I was able to share a screen and everything. So it's just that one channel got like taken down for 24 hours, my watch party channel. But I've never had a copyright on Discord ever. And I've like watched, when Stranger Things season 4 dropped, me and my homies stayed up all night and watched like that first part. Like we were up till like 5 a.m. watching that shit, no
Yeah.
issue. And obviously up until today. So I somehow, and I told you this, I was on the front page today on Kick for a little bit. This happens a few times when I'm on there. It happened back to back days. Or no, when did it? It happened last time I streamed, Saturday night too. And or whenever I last streamed, Sunday when I gamed. I always forget. Doesn't matter. Point being, I think when I was on the Kick front page, because I was talking about like, oh yeah, guys, because of NXT like this, and you want to be where I'm at, watching where I'm at, because I'm ahead of everyone on CW, join my Discord. I think I probably got a fucking troll from the Kick front page, and they fucking joined my court. I'm assuming. I really don't know. And they reported the channel because I've never seen that before. And I posted it to Twitter, and then I like searched up kind of what I posted out of curiosity if other people posted it. Nothing. I'm the only one that's ever posted about a copyright and a voice call for video.
That is, like I said, that's odd. Like, and I know people.
So I requested an appeal and they denied it. Like, so that channel stuff. It doesn't matter. I was just curious because I've never seen that before in Discord.
Yeah, I haven't either. Unless maybe they're getting kind of strict on what you can do in Discord now.
No, I think I was reported. That makes no sense to me. I guarantee if I were to like share screen in here, that you could right click on it and it would tell you like report for certain reasons if you wanted to. I guarantee that's what happened.
Probably.
That's the only thing that would make sense to me. But yeah, so weird. Anyways, just if you've ever heard that before and you're listening, let me know because I've never heard of that before. And I get it is copyright. I understand that. I've just never seen Discord ever fucking push it. Craziness. So I don't know. I don't know if there's much more to talk about Raw, but I'm ready to talk about that episode of NXT tonight that we got.
So the only thing left about Monday Night Raw, and it was very quick, is the women's WarGames build-up, which we actually got to see the fight, which was not bad. Becky Lynch was out there, then Lash, Nia, Asuka, Kairi come out, and Becky has the mic, and she was like, I have assembled the greatest team in Lash Legend, Nia Jax, Asuka, and Kairi. She starts going on the accolades of how, Asuka, I've beat you. We've had 10 matches, and I think I've beat you 9 out of 10, but you gave me a good fight. Kairi, I saved your life. I was, okay, cool. And she keeps going on and on about this and says, Nia, you're the only woman that's actually been able to make me bleed and this is because I got great bones. And then she praises Lash Legend. How she's I can't remember how she said it, but she was just like talking about how over she believes Lash is gonna be. And great in the ring, which I agree. And then Rhea comes out, Io, Charlotte, Bliss, and then of course AJ. They all walk to the ring. AJ, talks about how she Becky's like hiding behind her team and she's not confident and all this, which leads to her giving the microphone to Rhea. Rhea doesn't talk, she just smacks Nia in the head with it. And they fight throughout, the ring there. Which was great. We seen Lash give several pump kicks, took out most of the team, which like we talked about, that's probably going to be the possibility in WarGames. Lash will come in and be very dominant and be taken out at some point where she's not taken out, where she's not doing anything, but where she's not going to be hurt if she takes the pin, especially being moved up to the main roster system.
Yeah.
But then you did see the faces come out victorious in this brawl.
Yeah.
And then
when do they get their advantage match? Friday?
Friday, yeah.
Okay, so if I wanted, I could just probably look it up, but I'm not going to.
Then
okay.
Last thing, Maxine Dupree was backstage talking with Adam Pearce, talking about how she wants to be a fighting champion. And
I did see that. Yeah. And then I guess Ivy.
Ivy came up.
Yeah. Where the fuck is she and the Creed's been?
So someone tonight in my chat said they got released, which I don't believe.
No, that didn't happen. We would have heard about it.
I think they've just been, they had to drop the whole thing they were doing with Gable so quick because of his injury. So they've just been waiting on him to get healthy.
But they couldn't come up with anything new?
The New Day's
for them
been
to
at
do on
home.
their own while he was gone?
The only tag teams we've had on Raw is AJ and Dragon Lee, Kofi and Xavier, Ben and JD McDonough. That's the only 3. We got 5 over there at least.
Where's the War Raiders been? They're Raw.
Yep, War
I
Raiders.
really didn't care for their title reign either, but I'm just like, and it's not really their fault because the Raw tag division's been booked terribly.
And all these tag teams just sitting at home.
So dumb. Anyways, that sounded like a Raw that I didn't miss much of, so that's good. We talked about it a bit, but yeah, it didn't really sound like I missed much.
There was more, like I said, there was more ranting than there was praising.
Oh, I'm about to go off. Okay, so I already told you about this, I think. So we had NXT tonight, night 2 of their Gold Rush show in MSG Theater. So this was taped last Tuesday. They had one match that I really want to talk about is the Speed title for the women. They had Lainey Reed. I'm sorry, was that the Speed or am I thinking? Yeah, that was Speed, right?
Speed was
So
Fallon and Zarya.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of so I'm making up Lainey and so we're gonna talk about that one too because that one I have something to say too. So the Kendall one, I'm sorry. So Kendall and Lainey is what I was thinking of for the Evolve title. So fine match, but there was something. So obviously early in the night they told Lainey that JC and Fallon were banned from ringside after Fallon's match. That's right. So pre-banned before the match even takes place. They could not be ringside for this fucking match, is what Ava says.
They said.
Match happens. It's going pretty solid. JC and Fallon come out to the ring for the finish of this match. They're banned. The ref, obviously, because there's Ren Sinclair's ringside, obviously. So, and it led to the return of Charlie Dempsey, which was also weird. But that was just randomly thrown in there, but I'll take it. I like Charlie. So they're banned. They come out. Kendall's like fighting with, trying to get them out of there, fighting with them. I think Kendall like hits either Fallon or JC off the apron or something. I don't even remember exactly what. Anyways, the ref just throws all of them out. Like, you're all gone. How is she not auto DQ'd? Lainey Reed, you are told before your match, these two are specifically banned from ringside. They can't be there at all. From your GM. And then the ref's like, you know what? Sounds good. Just get out of here. Match continues. Obviously, Kendall retained, so it didn't even lead to Lainey winning. But that makes it even dumber, I think. You have these women banned from ringside, and she still fucking loses when they come out. Anyways. Dude, that was the dumbest thing. They need to implement a fucking, like, how does that not even implemented? How do you not have it to where you're banned from ringside and they come out anyways? How is that not an automatic DQ? When you've known, sorry, Mike, when you've known beforehand. Oh, that bugged me so bad tonight, dude. That was the dumbest shit.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, that if they're banned, how the fuck are they even allowed out there? Like, where's security?
Well, I get the idea of breaking the rules. Like, don't get me wrong. If people are listening, like, Josh, people break the rules all the time. I get that. It's the fact that the ref didn't, like, how is this not thrown out in general? I get it. It's for a title. That would have been a shitty ending too, regardless. My problem is they ran in general. That's what makes it dumb. Your outcomes are dumb regardless of this option. You run, like, if I'm in creative and someone pitches this, hey, they're going to be banned from ringside, but they're going to break the rules. They're going to come in anyways. Okay, so we're going to end the match on a DQ. No, we're just going to have the ref toss them out. Like, say, get out of here. But you said that we're going to have them not allowed out there. How is that not an automatic DQ for the person that they're going to be out there for? That would be my pitch to why are we doing this? Yeah. Because then your option is A, she cheats to win, even though they're banned from your side and didn't matter. Or B, you do what we did tonight. You had all of that go down, no fucking DQ finish, and just had them look even more dumb for her fucking losing. Oh my God, I hate them sometimes. Yeah. It made no sense, this booking.
And the only, like you said, the only good spot is Charlie just randomly showed up.
And we got Charlie. Welcome back, Charlie. But yeah. I mean, the match was fine until that.
Yeah, and
a good match until that point.
Yeah, it was not a bad match. Kendall Gray is actually pretty impressive. I know this is like the second time we've seen her. I don't watch Evolve at all, so Same. I don't know much about their roster. But
and I've seen her bits and pieces lately because she's been on more now with the whole Run QCC. But
yeah, very impressed.
And I saw her when she first debuted because she was like with that Carly Bright chick for like a week or two.
Oh yeah, that is right.
They kind of disappeared. But they didn't do much. They only did a few weeks. But I remember them. But yeah, so that was just weird. I hated that. My other issue on this show, because I thought this was a good show, and like I mean, solid like in ring wise for some of these matches, like that Fallon and Zarya. I'll talk about that soon. But like the Jackson Drake and Shawn Legacy. The only other time I can remember seeing Jackson Drake, and I don't even remember who he faced. It might have been like a Javon or someone. It was someone on, or like it wasn't Ethan. It was someone he was facing. It might have been Ricky Saints. But Jackson Drake faced someone on NXT and he lost, and he was the champion at the time. And I had talked about this. I don't know if it was with you or someone, but maybe just my chat. But like the only time I saw him, and they just like beat his, like he got his ass beat too. It was like didn't even look like he had nothing.
That
I was
was that was Ricky when he had to run that gauntlet against Swipe Right.
Oh,
Champ.
that's what that was. Yeah. Yeah. And he was the last guy he faced.
Yep.
Yeah, no, and he just got his ass kicked. So I was really disappointed by that. I was like, you have your Evolve champion just get, and I get it, Ricky Saints, but like at the same time, it's like, dude, that did not make me want to see Jackson Drake. But he looked great in this match. Like that was the most I've seen out of him in ring, and holy shit, he's stiff. He's a stiff worker. There was a dive to the outside he had on Shawn Legacy. He was on the ramp. That like it looked like he like elbowed him mid fucking dive. It was, and it sounded nasty. Like you just hear the skin on. Like I was like, oh my god, because there's no way he's like slapped his fucking thigh mid dive, you know?
No,
but could you imagine that? Just like, hey, I'm gonna slap my thigh while I dive. All right.
No, not at all. But no, I was really impressed with him in this match. His finisher setup, and right here is actually the flying dive you're talking about. Like, yeah, it looks pretty awful. God, but his finisher is he sets him up in the rope, hits the knees of the back of the neck, and then that I think it was a running knee.
He also had a move. I think it was before the dive that I just remembered. It was almost like it was basically Speedball's knees, but it wasn't from the side. It was from the top of the head. So he did so Speedball does like the shooting star press knees.
Yes, yeah.
To people. So he did a moonsault, Jackson Drake, into the knees to the chest, but it was from the head. So he like it was almost like imagine the people's elbow, the guy's laying down, but the guy's looking the opposite way, and then he just does a moonsault and just knees to the chest. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
It was so brutal.
Like Jackson Drake, if that's right, yeah. I really think he'll probably drop this Evolve title soon. He'll probably move up to NXT, especially after this.
Maybe. Yeah, and Shawn Legacy's already impressed me a lot. Like, I'm not really talking about Shawn's because we've seen him a bit, and he's really impressive. And he looked good in this match too. But holy fuck, was I impressed by Jackson Drake in this?
And I think Jackson Drake's from the same wrestling school Javon Evans is, which was here in Greensboro.
Go start getting your training in there, boys and girls, if you're looking to get in the league, because they're turning them out.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he is from the same area.
But yeah, props to that match. That was a great opener.
It was
hard hitting, fast paced. I loved it. It was everything I look for. It wasn't even long either. It was like 7-8 minutes, 9 minutes maybe tops. It wasn't that long of a match. It was great. Okay, Fallon and Zarya. We have the whole speed rule set for title matches. It's 5 fucking minutes, right? This whole thing is to win in 5, win in the X amount of time.
God, is it ever?
We did the whole, and obviously the title's vacant, so this is why it went this way. So the title's vacant. It wasn't like the champion. Usually, if they go the full 5 minutes, the champion retains. If they didn't get pinned in 5 minutes, they retain R3 or whatever it is. I don't know how it works for the 3, to be honest with you. But the 5 ones for the titles are always the champion retains if you can't pin them in 5. No champion here, vacant title. So obviously you got to do something for it. I just hate the fact that this is a speed title. The gimmick is it has to be won in this, and it's vacant, and we had to go to a fucking normal match afterwards. 5 minutes into a normal sudden death, so normal match now. I thought that was so stupid, and I get it. That you're fucking vacant title, so you have to. And that was because that's the decision you made. And instead of having someone win it within the fucking 5 minutes, just fucking let's go an extra 2. Well, then what's the point of it being the speed title? You tell me, Sean.
I literally, the timer went out. I said, "What the fuck do we do now?" Like it's a draw.
I immediately go sudden death. Like that was the only thing that made sense in my head. But still, at the end of the day, I knew that was stupid because it's the speed title. Now we're into I was like, at first I was like, are they just gonna do like 2 more minutes back on the clock? That would make sense too, because it's
overtime.
Yeah, right. But they just said sudden death, and I was like, so no time limit now? What the fuck? It's the speed title.
But isn't it already sudden death?
Well, no, because you have the time limit.
Yeah, but if it's
Like sudden death means like just like if like in like football, sudden death is just first team to score wins.
yeah,
So same in wrestling, sudden death, first person to get the fall or tap wins.
yeah, but even with the damn
Well,
timer,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
sudden
yeah.
death. So
You're not
like,
wrong. You're not wrong. Well, but there's a time limit. Yeah, I guess my point being, you're not wrong. Okay, but my point being is that you have 5 minutes, and then you're not just gonna time limit the overtime. You're just gonna, all right, go as long as this needs to go now.
they could have done,
That's my problem.
but they could have really done it would have pissed everybody off. They'd be like, well, it's vacant till next week. We'll find someone else to fight for it.
I would have laughed, but I would have been pissed. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I just really think that like if you're gonna do the speed title, it's pretty hilarious that you're gonna have a fucking sudden death with no time limit afterwards.
You know what happened?
You know what I mean?
I know what it was. What really happened was they were fucking exhausted after 10 o'clock, and they were just like, "Oh God, what the fuck are we gonna do?"
They're like, Sean's taking a nap. Oh nope, there's not. He's actually fully in bed. Never mind. Well, I guess we'll just do it. No,
We'll
but for
wing
real
it.
though, those two matches with the whole fucking Evolve title and the Speed title, I was really annoyed by the whole like. And I get it. It's really not the biggest of deals, but it's at the end of the day, it was like, dude, this whole gimmick is that it's in a time limit.
Yes.
And then now the title's gonna be one and not a time limit. So fun. What's the point of it? I even said I'd rather have them just introduce a Women's Heritage Cup and drop the Speed titles. And you could have just made it a title and just called it the Heritage title for all I fucking care.
Well, don't worry.
I liked that better than the Speed gimmick.
Someone will win it and it'll disappear, just like
Stacks. Yeah. They said that swimming with the fishes apparently is what the commentary claimed. That's how they got rid of it. So
I don't know why.
The Speed titles came over, is my guess.
But I liked the idea of the the Speed
Heritage
the Heritage Cup, where it was 6 rounds,
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah.
2-3 minutes. Yeah.
Rather than 3 minutes, hopefully you can get a pinfall.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt like I always had a mixed bag, like in my community. Like a lot of people didn't really seem super interested in the heritage matches. Like they didn't really care for the round based. But I'd say a good 50-50. The other did. It always produced some good matches, I felt. But I get it. It was something completely different. Like it was in my opinion, I've never seen like round based wrestling matches. At least in major promotion. I'm sure it's happened outside of the WWE and AEW and TNA and stuff.
Yeah, it probably has, but I like that. You know, you get it. I don't know. It gave you the opportunity to have an Iron Man match, but not an Iron Man match.
Yeah, it had like this. Yeah,
Yeah.
falls.
Yeah.
I mean, gain falls. So yeah. I liked it personally. I liked it better than the speed concept personally. And I get it because it was still limited on time. So I've seen people like, well, it's like not too different. You just rounds on time instead of one match on a time. Like it was longer though.
Yeah.
It was longer than 5 minutes. It was usually like shit. It goes sometimes 2 commercial breaks on an NXT. They'd go a little bit.
Get picture in picture. Yeah.
Like the only time that they'd go short is if a round ended early because someone got their fall, the submission or a fall. So
Quickly.
I don't know. That was I personally liked it, and I didn't even really watch NXT UK weekly show, so I didn't see it till they moved it over to the main NXT.
Yeah, same for me.
I liked it.
Another thing that I thought was kind of interesting, and I kind of like what they're doing with this character, Shiloh Hill. We talked about it last time. This promo.
So that was when my Discord thing happened, and I missed it because we were yapping about Discord in my community, so I did not hear anything Shiloh said.
So he starts talking about more or less how he got into wrestling. Talking about his dad. His dad would dress up as the Undertaker and do the whole thing, and he'd be Stone Cold, and they'd wrestle. And he remembers one time he went off the couch, hit him with a loose press, and actually punched him in the nose and broke his nose. And you know,
broke his dad's nose, or his dad broke his nose?
He broke his dad's nose, or he bloodied his nose. One of the two. And you know, I was okay, cool. I can relate to that because I mean, you know, when I was little, I was Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know, my dad, he liked the Undertaker. So I relate to that. That's cool. So
I could relate to the hurt part. My stepdad and me were wrestling, and he somehow accidentally poked my eye, and I actually had a scratch on my eye, and you could see it for like 2 days.
Yeah, so like that's pretty cool. Then he starts talking about how his dad, you know, told him to always try everything. So he's been like a a lumberjack. He worked in a slaughterhouse. He's done all these crazy fucking things, and he got into football. Talks about how his dad passed away right before he graduated as a senior in football, which then pushed him into doing wrestling because he wore a WrestleMania shirt to every game. Remember his dad, and that's
That's
what
cool.
he said. That's what got him kind of noticed. And then he starts doing what he done last time, where he just kind of gets off topic.
Mhm.
He pops his tooth out because he's got that dentures in, which got
That's
that
the one thing
tooth.
I heard him talk about him losing his tooth, like,
Yeah,
right after he signed. Yeah,
yeah.
I
So
heard that.
his mom was like, "You gotta get that fixed. It makes you look awful." And he starts smiling funny, and and he's like, he likes it because it makes him look badass. And then he looks around on the ground. He's like, I can't remember what he said, but I think he said, "Where's my lock cutters at?" And he's like, I'll see y'all next time. What the fuck?
Interesting. I did see I think because I think I'd opened Twitter after it, and, like, I had seen a tweet saying, like, "I'm liking this show." It was, like, from, like a wrestler, too. I don't even remember who it was. They're like, "I'm really liking this Shiloh Hill guy."
Yeah, like I'm glad they're doing this and not just feeding us him in the ring. This is giving him a background before he
100%.
steps
And now I
in.
have to go back and watch that fully because my chat and me were still yapping about the Discord shit. We were all so confused. We had never seen that before.
Yeah, I know I summed it up, but yeah, it was really good. It's another
You
good
made it
one.
sound honestly, you reviewed it well. It made me wanna go back and watch it, so
It's good. Um,
So we talked about Jackson Drake and all that. There was a oh yeah, so after that match, there was Ethan Page. He walked up on Sol Ruka and tried to give her a pep talk, basically saying like Zarya, like you would have still been champion if it wasn't for her. Like,
yep.
like and you're just back here moping around. And he's not wrong. Like she threw in the towel and she wasn't gonna tap. But I mean, I get why Zarya did it last week too. We talked about that. But Miles Bourne rolls up, and as soon as he rolls up, Sol's like, I'm out, and she just
Yep.
bounced. And so yeah, Miles stuck up for her and said to stay out of people's business and shit like that. And he says once I'm done with Trick, that he can put his focus on him. But obviously now he's in the gauntlet now or the survivor.
Yeah. Because he won, which gave him the last position in that.
So let's talk about that actually real quick before we get into that match. So they announced John Cena picked his Iron Survivors. So for the men, he did Javon, Leon, Joe Hendry, and Dion Lennox, and the winner of Trick Mello, Trick and Miles, excuse me. It's easy to say Trick Mello because that was a great team. Uh, so Miles got the win, and I was surprised by that too. I didn't really think the match was anything crazy, but it wasn't bad either. It just didn't really feel like a main event match to me. Um, but yeah, Trick lost clean. A clean
Yeah.
loss. No, nothing.
Yeah, he hit
So
the born again once in the ring, and they talked about it. Not many people can kick out from that. Like,
wait, I remember that. So yeah, because I started questioning chat. Isn't that just a fucking zigzag?
it is, but they call it the born again.
Okay, I was curious. I feel like that was the first time I've seen him do it, so I was so confused.
I think he's done it maybe once, and it kind of just stuck.
Okay.
Because
I
it,
feel like I've never really noticed it until just now, till tonight.
I have,
Because I remember that he did it. Because I remember like Vic going crazy, like, "You hit it again, the born again." It was like on the outside, and then he put him back in and hit it for the third, and that's how he won. And I was like, and I kept having shots like, "Isn't that?" I go, "Correct me if I'm wrong." I'm pretty sure that's just a zigzag, right, Chad?
yeah.
So this guy looks like Randy Orton and does the zigzag. Let's go.
Well, he
No, I
does
love Miles. He's
he
really
does
good.
the power slam. After he done the power slam,
Yeah, he does like the running power slam, just exactly like
the
it.
crowd started chanting Randy Orton. They wanted to see an
RKO,
RKO. Yeah,
RKO. Yeah. um, yeah. So I wasn't really invested in this match. Like the whole, I know him and Trick have a little bit of back history, last week with everything and stuff in the last few weeks. I mean, but I don't know what it was, man. I just didn't feel like an NXT main event to me.
it did, and I honestly feel like the second half of this whole like NXT Gold Rush just it kind of even though it was quick as hell because of it was just already pre-taped
Well,
and we
yeah,
watched
we
it different,
watched on Netflix,
but
so it was like
like
82 minutes or something.
but like I feel like
No commercials.
everything was fast, even like the matches.
I thought the opening match got some decent amount of time. I thought the TNA Knockouts title match was really good.
That one we hadn't got to
Um,
yet. Yeah,
Jordan, Kalani, and Lee. I was surprised Lee Ying Lee won.
yeah, I was too. I'm glad they got
I
it back
thought
in TNA.
Kalani would retain. I thought if anyone was going to win, it'd be Jordan.
I felt like that would have been a step back, not just for her, but for that Knockouts title.
Damn. I don't think it would not a step back for TNA. I could see it being a step back for Jordan for sure, but
They got so many other people in TNA that could have the title and not have it on someone who's a contracted WWE super.
random off-topic thing. But I was thinking about this the other day, and I just thought about it now because TNA. Ever since the little drama that she had online, we haven't seen what's her name, the former Knockouts champ. She was in that team with Killer Kelly.
Mm-hmm. Talking about
Gosh, I can't
Masha.
remember her. Masha, thank you. I totally blanked on her name. I can't believe it. Masha Slamovich. She's totally been ever since the whole thing with her and her ex Akira. I haven't seen shit about her.
Yeah. I don't. I know she
Should have
got
been
pulled
used
from
either.
that. She got pulled from that match. I don't know if like they released her or what, but yeah,
Yeah,
they
I just
did.
random thought. I just thought about that like the other day or like earlier today. I don't remember when it was, but I remember thinking about. I was like, huh, I haven't heard shit about Masha because I've followed her and Akira for a long time, and like I see Akira still posting pretty regularly on like Twitter and shit. I haven't seen shit about her, so I'm like, what the fuck? Just realized that the other day. I was like, what the fuck happened to her?
Yeah,
Like I understand like why she's been gone, but
I just looked it
crazy
up.
how long it's felt like it's
Yeah,
been.
there hasn't been no news about her since September 30th. Masha
That's a while.
Slamovich.
2 months.
See what this is. This is God. This.
Oh god, ringside sucks.
Yeah,
If it's
Masha.
ringside news.
Yeah, I think it is, but it's Masha Slamovich TNA exit already in motion before allegations. I don't know all about that, but yeah.
Ringside news. If you're listening to this, these are my recommendations for the news sites. If you're listening and you don't know what's the good news sites, Fightful.
Yep.
And these are free, by the way. I'm going to only mention the free ones first. Fightful, PW Insider. They've kind of been hit and miss this year. At least I feel like sometimes. At least there's just been different stories from them, and like Fightful will say one thing and they'll say just something different. And then Fightful like doubles and like, nope, this is what happened. And then PW Insider never talks about it again. Anyways, I still recommend Mike Johnson. He's really good. But I first found Mike Johnson when he put out a story. He was like something weird. I got word that Edge has re-signed with WWE. This was before the Rumble 2020. It was like sometime in 2019. And I remember reading this from Mike Johnson. He's like, I got news that Edge re-signed, but it's a lot more money than what he was already receiving. And this was before he had like showed up and delivered a spear like on a random like Raw or SmackDown or whatever it was. And so he was like, I just found it rather interesting. Like it was like one of his like random articles. Just like I just found it interesting that he's getting like I've the money that I've been told he's receiving. And he was like, that's on par to a performer. He goes, but it could just be a high end legend deal that maybe he worked out. I don't know, but it is something to keep eye on. And then sure enough, when Rumble 2020 happened, and like in my head, I wasn't even thinking like Edge. But when it happened, it like I remembered, and I was like, oh my god, he was right. Like he fucking like he didn't say it was, but he was like had a hunch.
Yeah.
That it was, and I was like, all right, I like PW Insider now. So them Fightful are like the top two, I'd say right now. I'd also say here I actually have a Feedly, which is basically RSS feeds of all the ones I use.
So while you're looking that up, Fightful did post.
Bodyslam.net. Oh,
sorry. Fightful posted back in September 24th, which would have been 4 days after that ringside one, that Masha's contract with TNA is coming up soon. That was on the 24th of September. So that was the last time Fightful even posted about it.
interesting. I'm gonna have to. I do subscribe to Select. I'm gonna have to go into SRS Q&A and ask him about it and see if he replies about it. See if he could do some digging. So I do bodyslam.net. I do listen. I do like The Observer, but obviously Dave Meltzer is a big hit or miss, mainly miss. But I do like their opinion pieces more than anything. Fightful Post Wrestling. They're a really good business side of it too, like Dave is. But if you don't like Dave, I don't want to say unbiased because I don't think Dave's biased. But if you don't like Dave's opinions, you could go to Post Wrestling. They're pretty unbiased in their opinions. At least I feel compared to Dave. Dave has no problem sharing what he likes. And then I do Wrestle News Co. because they're one of the better aggregators when it comes to the news. They're kind of quick with it.
Yeah, I'm mainly like I try to keep up with Fightful. That's the main one I
Yeah,
listen
that's
to.
the same. Yeah, that's the only one I've ever paid for. I've never like oh no, that's a lie. I did subscribe to PW Insider when I was in Philly because they had something I wanted to read.
Yeah.
And I couldn't because it was behind a paywall. So I was like, fuck it. And I had to make obviously I was like on vacation and I had all kinds of you save up when you go on those. So I was like, fuck it, $5 or whatever it was.
I
I'll
got
do it
the
real
extra
quick.
to spend.
I'm in
Yeah.
Philly. I'm not even home. I'm in Philly. Yeah, exactly. I'm on vacation. I'll do this real quick. I want to read what it is. I'm here at WrestleMania. I want to see it.
Yeah, makes
But I
sense.
don't even remember what it was. But yeah. So those are all good ones though. What else do we have? So we talked about Jordan Kalani laying Lee one. It was a solid match too. I thought that got a lot of time. Like there was a lot of, and I was even remember talking to my chat about this, like how, um, I was bummed that like I felt like Xia Li laying Lee didn't get much of a go on the main roster. I felt like at least they didn't really do much with her, and she looked fucking great in this match. She was doing some great kicks, and there's been times I remember where she like would do kicks and they didn't really like look like they connected. She was fucking killing it in this one.
He was. Absolutely was. That was something that I talked about. Was that he, was on WWE like when the match started. Like people were like, "Wasn't she in WWE?" I was like, "Yeah, she was on NXT, but she didn't get a push, and now she's in TNA, and they've been
Yeah, her
doing."
only notable thing on the main roster is when Becky defended the women's title against her, I believe it was.
Yeah, and that was it. Like, and now she's
Because
in
didn't Becky
TNA
do
doing
it?
great.
It was the women's title, right? Because Becky did the whole thing with like,
I think it
was
was.
it Becky or who am I thinking of? Because there was like, yeah, because Becky did a thing with Tegan Knox too, right? She's like
Yep.
giving that. It might not. No, was it for the NXT title? Because Becky won the NXT Women's title, is what it was.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was NXT. She had never won it until she went back. And yeah, that's what it was. That's what I'm mixing it up with. So, anyways, because I'm thinking of her IC title thing now that she just lost it. But yeah, so that was like the only thing I could think of is when she gave Xia Li that NXT title shot. It was like her biggest moment on the main roster.
Fortunately, yeah. And now she's doing great.
I think did we talk about everything? Yeah, I think we talked basically everything NXT. Oh, there was a Ricky Satan sit down interview on NXT that was pretty solid too. He was basically just doubting himself, which I thought was curious. Like I get it, but at the same time, I don't. He already beat Oba, pretty decisive. I wouldn't say decisive, but like he beat him pretty good. Like so, I was a little surprised that he was like doubting himself in this interview.
Yeah, I guess he's doubting himself because Oba's back and gonna get another title shot. And what if I don't do it this time? Like, and it makes sense. But I feel like he's gonna surprise everybody again and win that one. And I wouldn't be mad if Oba does go to the main roster. I feel like he's done
100%.
because you can't give Oba the North American title now.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna put a tag team title on him. I don't think. So have him go to the main roster. Have him at least get a main roster feel in the Rumble, up and coming Rumble. See how that goes. And if the reaction's there, he does good, which of course he will. The following Monday or a week from have him off NXT. In 2 weeks, have him show up on the main roster, attack somebody. Or have him just show up, your big champion, and just have him do like he done Ricky on NXT. Lights go out, him stand there in the entrance, do his pose.
I say have him be number 30 in the Royal Rumble, and then have him be, or even not even 30, but have him be like one of like a surprise entrant in the Rumble. Have him have a good run, and have him be part of the last two.
Yeah,
and then
that would work.
And then he'll show up on Raw and be like, "I lost, I got to live," and they'll just put him in right away in Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, they done that with Roxanne.
So give me that. That's what I want.
That would work.
Put him right in the main event picture. Even if he ends up like losing a few and then going for like IC or US, give me it.
Yeah, and then people can be like, "Oh, he's just a jobber. They don't know how to book him."
I'm not saying. I'm just like speculating. If
Oh
they,
yeah, I
like,
know.
feed him to the wolves right away. I'm not assuming he's gonna win them all, but
we know how the IWC can be.
Kind of like a Keith Lee type of thing. Even though the gimmick was shit and they barely got Keith Lee, but they like did a whole thing with Randy. Like he lost and then he eventually got a rematch on pay-per-view and beat him. I mean, obviously it didn't work out because then they let him go because Vince was being Vince at the time. But point being, I wouldn't hate that. At least that style of like, hey, okay, well, Oba got this shot against a big name. He lost his first match. Boom, won it back on a pay-per-view. Love that.
Good way.
So I think him and Trek is time. They need to go up, especially Trek. I think he's done all he can do, and especially losing to Miles. It's time.
I do
Not
believe,
much.
but I don't think he's gonna leave yet.
What else can they do with him?
I
He's really done everything.
I think he wants to be. I think he wants to be the. Wouldn't he be the third person to be a 3-time NXT champion?
He doesn't even he lost the opportunity to even become that number one contender. So why should we keep pushing that story? He literally just lost tonight an opportunity to get in a number one contender match.
And he lost the
Like,
match to win the match or win the title. You know,
yeah,
like
exactly. And he just lost not too long ago to Ricky.
it doesn't make sense. I
That's
don't
what I'm
get.
saying. But that's why I don't think he will. I think they legit need to pull him up at the wait till Rumble too. Oh, shit, I don't care. I mean, that's only a month and a half away at this point, or 2 months away.
Have him and Oba
So
be the
fucking give
surprises.
him some time off. Let him, if he's been working a lot. He's been wrestling a lot lately. Did TNA and NXT for months. Give him a few months and then fucking call him up.
Yeah.
Let him chill at home for a few months. Give him time. Let him rest his body. Let him maybe get himself in a swerve scenario. Come back and all, and then. Yeah, he was pretty built already, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, Swerve. He came back looking
Joke.
huge, man.
Yeah, I want to see Trick take a few months off and come back like that at the Rumble.
That was insane, in my opinion. How fast he came back.
And then the only other thing we didn't talk about was the women's Iron Survivor. So they announced Sol Ruka, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Jordan Grace, and Kendall Gray. Which I was a bit surprised on Kendall because I was thinking they were going to do Tatum. But obviously she's going to be feuding with Izzy. But my thought process was Tatum could be like, in the Iron Survivor, and either she's like in the penalty box because she got pinned or something, or she's about to get a pin in the ring and Izzy brawls with her or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Izzy's not in the match either, obviously. But obviously they're going to do it outside of the thing. But I thought that would have been cool because we've never had like anyone get taken out, as far as I can remember. I could be very wrong. I don't remember anyone getting like taken out of the match by someone from the outside and them like not being able to finish or something. That would have been interesting. Like, especially because you could have even with this type of match, you could have done it so many different ways. So like obviously it's like an Iron Man type of thing. You have to have the most falls by 25 minutes after everyone's in. And it's cool because like everyone comes in kind of like a WarGames way. So like the people who come in late have so much time to recover. So like say you even started with Tatum and she got like 3 falls. And then by the time the fourth or fifth person coming in, that's when Izzy like comes in or whatever. I said like if she's about to get her fourth pinfall or something, and then beats the fuck out of Tatum, takes her out of the match the rest of the match, and everyone else is able to catch up. You know what I mean? That would have been cool too. Like, I don't know, but I wished it was Tatum. I love Kendall though, so I'm happy for her. I just really wished it was Tatum.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do the Tatum and Izzy thing at Deadline. Of course, Izzy did like a little backstage promo.
Oh, that's right.
She's
That's
gonna
right. Yeah.
explain next week, this and that. It's going to lead to them having a match at Deadline.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean that's a solid lineup. So I mean, John Cena picked them all. I'm not surprised by any of the names besides Kendall personally. Like every name made sense.
It did.
So except for I guess Dion for the men's was a little surprised. If anyone, I would have chose Osiris if I was John. Fuck that. Give me Osiris, that big boy in there. But
Osiris the virus, as Booker T says.
It's like him and Saquon are the only two I really care for out of Dark State.
Yeah, because I mean they're not the newer two because well they are, but also the other one I can't remember.
Cutler James.
Cutler, yeah. I mean we didn't
homie
see
with 2 first names.
Yeah, we didn't see him before. We did see Dion. He wore the glasses.
I think I even said on here once that I'm annoyed by his name. I'd rather it be James Cutler.
Yes.
Because Cutler's more of a last name, like Cutler James. Like, I get it. Cutler is a first name, too. Like, it sounds proper. It just, that sounds worse than James Cutler to me. Oh. Maybe, like, that's too basic. Let's do, I gotta do the Sean voice. See if I could do a Sean voice. No, that was terrible. He has a deep voice, though. He's like, hey, let's do it. I can't do Sean. He's so hard to do. Anyways, let's do Cutler James. That's different. Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, that was unfortunately Monday Night Raw and NXT this week. We talked about how wrestling the last week and the week before had been great, and then go home show was kind of eh.
Well, NXT, yeah, I can't really speak too much on Raw. I mean, I saw what I saw, but NXT definitely, and I thought this going in because even like before they announced Trick Miles last week, I was like, they have to add like Oba, Ricky,
Something.
right? Because, but then they just had the fucking face to face last week. But I really thought they'd add it tonight too because there was the main event. Like, okay, it's Gold Rush. Obviously, we had all of our titles, like the main ones, basically night one. What was funny to me is just that night two was all, and I get it. Like, I get why. Like, this is a good thing. They had the TNA knockouts. They were, working with TNA, so that was on there. They had the Evolve stuff. That was cool but that was smart of them to pull their Evolve wrestlers up. And again, it showed me Jackson Drake, and I loved him tonight, so it was smart. But I'm not gonna watch that over AEW currently. And I know I could just watch it later too. It's not like I have to watch it live. But the first time I watched it, this did not interest me at all. So I don't know. Like, I just thought on paper, with it being all like non NXT titles, that it might not be the best. And it was, again, okay. Had a few good matches on there. Some weird outcomes, two of them. But Trick Miles just didn't hit like a main event. It just didn't. Had the stipulation to it to be added to Iron Survivor, so I get why it was there. It just didn't feel like a main event.
Yeah. But it is the holiday, so like we know everything's recorded, pre-taped stuff for Monday.
That too, yeah.
So things are gonna be a little different. Not everyone's gonna be there. The show's gonna so.
Yeah, and I do know Friday, like, who's facing LA, and I'm not gonna say that now because I know people aren't gonna want to be spoiled. But so like I get it. So like, and I'm still gonna be. I'm planning on live reacting to SmackDown still, even though it was taped last week. I mean, it's what I like to do. So, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes tape shows are good, sometimes they're not. It's weird.
Yeah, so I actually got invited to WrestleCade.
I mean, that's any show, but
so I don't know if I'm going to be watching SmackDown at all.
Go to WrestleCade. I would.
Like, there was a thing they posted today. There's going to be over 10,000 wrestlers there over the weekend. Independents and
damn
big, like
10,000 wrestlers.
Yes. They're doing a lot of independent stuff too. Like West Virginia, people from West Virginia.
Insane to me.
It did me too.
Do they mean 10,000 fans?
It may have been what they meant, but I tell you, the typo is
10,000 wrestlers. Bull fucking shit. Without having all of TNA and AEW and like New Japan and fucking WWE, no fucking way. Like, I get there is a lot of promotion and the country's big. I really just find that hard to believe that they're all going to be at WrestleCade.
So listen, you know how I get sometimes. Sometimes I'm dyslexic.
You fucking loser.
So
Come on. What does it say?
It's 10,000 fans and 200 wrestlers. Listen.
I fucking told you. That made no sense to me when you said 10,000 wrestlers. I was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
You could fit all these wrestlers in a fucking crowd for a Raw.
Listen.
Or whatever.
But either way,
give AEW their biggest TV audience with that many wrestlers. Anyways, point being, that's crazy, dude. That's still a lot of people.
Yeah.
Wrestlers.
Yeah, and I mean, there's people from AEW, TNA, the Hardys got a match. Fourth Row's got a match. So
Anytime
Zilla.
that you're going to a show now, I'm gonna be like, "Ooh, is there gonna be 10,000 wrestlers?"
There might be.
Oh, that's funny, dude. Yeah. So that local show I've been going to, their next show is the night of John Cena's retirement. So I have to pick what I'm gonna do. I already picked. I'm not gonna. John Cena's retirement, man.
Speaking of that, did you see the AEW shows lineup for the month of December?
Yeah. So they have like some interesting times because of like a lot of different. So like, obviously Collision's this Thursday because of WarGames Saturday, so they're not going head to head with that. So Collision's being taped for Thursday tomorrow. And then let me pull up the rest. And then there's like a lot of time changes for Collision after that and Dynamite on like different days. There's Winter's. Oh, because they're in the UK too. I forgot. Okay, so Winter's coming on December 10th from Atlanta.
Yep.
Wait, I'm looking at the wrong one here. Let's just tell me the dates. I need the time. Here it is. No, that's the one I just pulled up. Doesn't have the time. Fightful posted it, but there's no times. It just has the dates. Oh, okay, because so these ones are normal. So Winter is coming from Atlanta is normal. Collision December 13th in Wales.
Yeah.
I think that's just taped, so that'll just be at this normal time. And then Holiday Bash and Collision on Wednesday, December 17th from Manchester, England. The TV schedule looks like Collision will be split from 1 hour on Wednesday and 1 hour on Saturday, which is
What?
fucking weird.
Okay.
And it says Dynamite 34th Street, taped on Saturday, December 20th, will air on Wednesday, December 24th, but it's airing at like 6 p.m. Eastern instead of 8 or some shit.
Yeah.
And then Christmas Collision will be also taped on Sunday, December 25th. I'm sorry, December 21st, and I don't see a time for that one. And then World's End obviously will be that weekend, a few days after Christmas, and then New Year's match. I don't know why they didn't put the times. That's so confusing.
Yeah, I don't either. I thought they would have.
Right, here we go. Christmas Eve, which falls on Wednesday this year, will be the annual Dynamite on 34th Street, airing at 6 Eastern. Christmas Collision, the next day will start at 9 p.m. on Christmas Day. The New Year's Smash edition of Dynamite will revert to its usual 8 p.m. times. So Collision for December 20th will be at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm not really sure why, but it is. And then the Manchester one taped. It will just be taped and aired at its normal time. Collision at 10 Eastern. That's when they're doing the whole like Dynamite Collision thing. And then Countdown to World's End. That just leads up to World's End. So that's kind of its normal thing. But yeah, some weird times. I don't know why they're doing the 2:30 Collision. It's a taped one, but it's still weird.
Yeah, I don't know. They're doing a whole bunch of odd stuff with that, but I mean, it's not gonna be bad. I don't think.
Yeah, hopefully not. But yeah, so that was our first few days of wrestling. We had a lot to talk about, a lot of shit, but
Yeah, there was a lot.
I'm excited for Dynamite, bro. I'm so hyped for Dynamite tomorrow. And I'm not sure if I'm even going to be live for it yet, just because I have a lot going on. So, even if I'm not going to be live, I'll probably try to have it on. But yeah,
I plan on being live for it. I'm doing a family dinner tomorrow for the family that's farther away. So I don't know if I'll be back in time yet or not. Just figured out about that. So the
yeah. For me,
holidays, yeah.
I just don't know if I have to help clean tomorrow or not. Here's the thing: if I'm live, that means we're probably doing Thanksgiving somewhere else than initially planned. If I'm not, well, even then, I might. Even if we are doing it where we initially, I might be. Who knows? Maybe I might get lucky, but I feel like I won't. I'm gonna have to do a lot tomorrow if that's the case. If you guys missed it, I already have this fucking disgusting blister from doing a ton of yard work the last 2 days. I've actually put a little bit. I've cleaned it pretty good, but like just a bit. Actually, during the podcast, I put a little hand sanitizer on. I was waiting for it to burn. It did, but not like as bad as I expected.
And it wasn't cussing bad, so it's getting better.
No, it was just like, ow. I expected it to be like, mother, but it wasn't.
Yeah, those
I don't know.
blisters
Let's see how
suck.
much alcohol's in this. Kills it. It just says kills it 9.9%. Adhesive
I know.
gel. Oh, 70%. So it could be worse.
Yeah,
that's still quite high, but.
So I know the last few weeks we ain't really been talking about it much, but we're getting closer to playoffs. We're both sports fans.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 9-2. Dude, someone else made an edit with that. Like, so they did another account with my 9-2 thing.
Nice.
So you guys don't know. I've been reacting. I've done it for a few years, but this year, obviously, with how good the Broncos being, I've been reacting to almost every game. I've only missed like 2, I think, that I didn't react to. Maybe 1.
Probably the 2 they lost.
The last game. No, I watched those ones, unfortunately. But the last game before our bye week, obviously, when we won at the end of the game, like I just screamed 9-2 into the camera, and I posted that as part of my reaction to the games. People use that in edits. So the first one from like a local account, like a local fan from Denver, because he like does the interviews at the stadium too. He did like an edit with me doing that. It was pretty cool. And then another one I saw today because people were tagging me in it. And it was basically the same, but it was like a different song after I shouted 9-2 than the other one. And it had different highlights, which was still cool. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, playoffs coming up. What are we on, week 12?
Yeah, we'll be going into week 13.
Yeah. So week 13. So right now my Broncos are obviously first 9-2. We have the Chargers at 7-4. So we are number 2 in the AFC. The Patriots at 10-2, which is crazy to think about. Without Tom or Belichick. Bills not doing terrible, but in a different spot than I think everyone thought. 7-4. When it comes to your team,
Or the
your
fifth
team
seed.
is doing pretty damn good as well. Seahawks at 8-3.
Yeah, if we
But
can.
you got the Rams in your division at 9-2 right now, and then you have the Niners at 8-4. Your division is crazy right now.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Our division is always so close.
And then there's the Cardinals at 3-8.
Except for that, yeah. For some reason, I don't know why the Cardinals can't ever get right. For some reason, they got the team. I mean, Murray's out with toe, which can be depends on how bad it is. And then Harrison had a appendicitis, so
I didn't know that.
it's really hurt them. Injuries is what's led to that. But then you got the backup setting NFL record for the most completions in a game 2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
percent. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. But like I'm really liking the playoff look right now. I really think
Even with your division being like you guys, okay. You're 8-3. You have the 49ers at 8-4 right behind
Mhm.
you. You guys need your division to lose. I mean, obviously, because I mean, then you got the NFC South. It's also kind of close right now at 6-5 and 6-6 with the Panthers and Bucks. You got Bears at 8-3, Packers at 7-3-1, and then the Lions at 7-4. So that division's pretty tough. And then, of course, Eagles on top of their division by a pretty good shot right now.
yeah.
That's a tough NFC's tough right now, dude. So you need your division. You need everyone just to lose.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to be rough if every other team keeps winning.
If it ended today, we'd be playing the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys keep winning and like everyone else kind of keeps winning too, you guys will still make it. But you don't need any slip ups at this point in the season.
No, we don't. And like that's like with y'all sitting at 9-2. Like y'all are pretty
Ours
good.
is just really surprising after. I mean, we made the playoffs last season, but after 10 years of really bad play from us, which is funny because like before that 10 years, and I might have said this before, I don't remember, but the Broncos were one of the most winning teams from like the 80s all the way up till we won the Super Bowl 50. We were like up there like when it came to winning percentage, like in the 80 percentile, like really high 80 percentile.
Elway was a hell of a leader.
And then people were talking about like last 10 years, and I saw like our record, like the most losses like in the last 10 years or like since 2017 or whatever it was, and like I saw Giants were like 103 losses or some bullshit. But we weren't far off. We were like at 77, and I was like, oh my god! And I knew we were bad, but fuck, when you see it like that, you know what I mean? So just the surprise at how well with a second-year quarterback, and a lot of young players, Patrick Surtain, he's I think 5th, 6th season finally. So he's probably no longer. I don't think he's in that rookie contract anymore. And we got Bonito and Cooper coming in as linebackers. They're looking like a Von Miller and fucking DeMarcus Ware from 2015 for some fucking reason. Like it's crazy the parallels we're having with our 2015 team right now. Like when it came to our record, it's like identical to this time in 2015. And like statistically, Peyton was looking not the best this time of year, just kind of like how Bose had some crazy shit. So it's like statistically, we're echoing that 2015 year, like dead on, and we won the Super Bowl that year. So I'm not saying we are going to. It's just crazy to see that we're statistically like on par to that same season.
Yeah, and it's really good to see these teams finally start bouncing back. Like for the longest time, for the last at least 3 out of the last 5, it's always been the Chiefs. Always been the Bills in the top 2 over there in the NFC. Ravens. Even the Chargers. But now you got the Colts who look good again.
We're back in 2015, man. Patriots, Steelers, Colts, Broncos. It's back in the old days.
And what's crazy is the Bears. Like I did not expect Caleb Williams in his second year. His second year to be getting the Bears to a 3rd seed right now in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's definitely surprising. I'm kind of curious on the stats because I don't really keep up with a lot of other players, or like a lot of the teams much, besides like the AFC West and my Broncos. Yeah, I mean, not terrible, but not like the best either. He's 2,568 yards passing, 16 touchdowns, 4 picks, which is really solid. His quarterback rating is 55, which could be a lot better. But yeah, no, for a second-year quarterback, go 8-3 after not a great rookie year.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they're doing great. The fucking Matthew Stafford MVP right now, which is crazy because
Yeah,
The Rams also have 2 first-round picks this year,
Yep.
and a lot of speculation when they got that second first-round pick. I think it's from Arizona. I don't remember who.
Yeah.
A lot of speculation was like, well, they're trying to see how Matthew Stafford's gonna play out. You know, he's aging. He's been aging for a bit, but you know, he's getting up there, and they're just gonna see how he plays. And he's fucking MVP season, dude. They're like, just get me more weapons.
Yeah, it's
And
well. See, they got
crazy.
rid of Cooper Cup, and we picked him up, and I was like, hey, this is gonna be a good addition. We got Donald now,
You
and
guys don't have to worry about Cup. Jackson is
and
killing it.
and Cooper Cup hasn't really done anything. Jackson Smith and Jigba, he just set a receiving yards record last week. He beat DK Metcalf's, and now we
Yeah,
got
he's like the second, like 1 of 2 receivers this season that's already at 1,000 yards receiving.
yeah, and now he's also we got Raheed Shaheed from the Saints. So I mean, we're just adding people to the wide receiver core, but we're not really using them. It doesn't make sense.
I do find it interesting that you guys are doing. I mean, and he did good with Minnesota last year too, but I find it interesting that you guys are doing really well with Darnold.
Yeah, he's another example of it's not the player, it's the organization or the coach. And the Daniel Jones doing the same thing in Indy.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting too because obviously Darnold, and he only played for 1 season with Minnesota, but he did okay last season with them, and that's what kind of that's what gave him Seahawks wanted him because of that season last year, and now you guys play them this weekend, so that's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, that is good.
And then the Broncos, we got fucking Commanders this weekend. And on paper, when you look at the records, you're like, oh, Broncos should win that. But I swear to God, those teams always give us our toughest matches for some fucking reason, dude.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, it makes sense.
With Raiders were like fucking 2 wins when we played them, and they fucking gave us a fucking nail biter.
I don't mean it.
Boring, but it was a nail biter.
But I mean, I think y'all are set right now. Y'all beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs are in the hunt still because they won last week in overtime over the Colts.
Yeah, and I was fine with that because Colts, obviously, they were right with us. So if they would have won, I think we would have been 3rd in the division. But since they lost, we got to keep 2. So I would have been fine with they would have won just because, obviously Chiefs, and then they've been winning for 9 years, 8 years, something like that now. So I was fine. Like, I know it helps us with them winning, kind of. I mean, it does, at least on the top of the boards. But I just don't want the Chiefs in the playoffs. So I wanted them to lose, man.
I do not either.
I want them not even in it. But now they're still in the running. They're still in the hunt. So
then Cowboys beat the Eagles, which gives us hope that if by some chance they make it in the playoffs, they are beatable. Well, they're going to make it in the playoffs, but like they're beatable this year. Last year they didn't really lose one to the end of the season, but that was kind of like a scrum game for them.
Shedeur looked all right on Monday. I didn't watch it, but I saw highlights, and he looked okay. He didn't do the best, but he did better than Dylan Gabriel or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, you talking about Shedeur?
Yeah,
yeah, he was the first Browns quarterback to win their opener in I think it was like
since 1995.
Yeah. I know it's been
since when I was 4.
So, I mean, that's good. His dad.
And this was before they went to Baltimore.
Yeah, his dad was in the stands.
They didn't come back until 99. Then they revitalized them. They didn't come back. They just recreated them because the fucking owner was like, "Fuck this! I'm going Baltimore." Baltimore went to Indy way before that. We could go on and on about that, but
a lot.
The lore. But yeah, he was 15 of 36, 256. I mean, I think this is combined from. No, this is from last week. Wait, no, it's not. This is combined because it also has Flacco stats, and he's not even on Cleveland anymore. But yeah, so I guess combined right now, he's at 15, 36, 256 yards passing. His completion percentage is garbage, 41. But I mean, rookie. I mean, we'll see, I guess. I did find that play with Jerry Jeudy hilarious. He bombed it to Jeudy wide open, and Jeudy, like, just no awareness of the guy behind him, and the guy just popped it right out of him. I was like, are you kidding me? Because Jeudy was obviously trying to make a cut, and so he like slowed down, and then the guy just didn't know the guy was right behind him, like directly just smacked it right out. I was like, damn, that was the cleanest smack out I've ever seen. Didn't even try to tackle him. Just, I didn't mean to punch my mic. It was just kind of there.
Someone else that looked good Sunday, and I mean, he's not like a all the time starter. He's a backup, but Jameis Winston took the place of Russell Wilson for the backup
Dude, I love James.
Giants. What a fucking drive he put together to go into overtime. He caught the swing pass.
He caught a touchdown. Dude, he mossed a fucking defender. He's a fucking quarterback.
Yeah, like that's fantastic. I'm glad to see he's still enjoying football and being able to do what he does. That was fantastic.
Yeah. I think I did tell you the last time we were talking about Jameis, didn't I? Didn't we talk about him before or no?
I think we did last week a little bit.
It was like the snow edit. The snow edits I was saying. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that would be. I have that conversation with like a million people because I love that video. So I didn't remember if I talked to you about it or not. But yeah, man. So I am nervous about this Commanders game just because we always make these teams look better than they are on paper.
Well, the good thing is, well, it's not a good thing first and foremost, but the quarterback situation over there is just.
Well, yeah, Jaden's hurt, so
I don't know if he's gonna be playing, and then
no, I don't think he is. I'm not sure. I could check.
What I was trying to pull up, but
and Von Miller's there too, so that's gonna be interesting. Him getting to play against us again for the first time in a few years.
Yeah.
Or no, he might have played against us last year when he was in Buffalo, actually.
Yeah. So looking at it. Nothing for the injury reports as of today because
it just says everything I see just says that he has not been put on active yet, so it doesn't seem likely.
Yeah,
but I mean we're only Tuesday, so
yeah, because it makes sense. But I mean,
the ESPN has an article: quarterback Daniels to practice, but a long shot to play versus Broncos.
Yeah, Mariota he can scramble, but like. They haven't really been doing much. Debo hasn't impressed me this year. Out there, I was expecting to see a lot out of him, and then Scary Terry is hurt. So I mean, if y'all can isolate it down to Zach Ertz and Jalen Lane, it's gonna be like every other game.
Yeah, but is their defense good? That's the thing. We struggle on offense sometimes. A lot of the time, actually.
Von Miller, Bobby Wagner, and Franklin Louvu is a monstrous three.
And they have Javon Kinlaw, but like I mean, name wise, they have good names, but like statistically, are they having a great season? Like I don't know.
Let's see here. I think the offense was really hurting them, but let's see. Defensively, only 3 interceptions on the year.
We don't have a lot of defensive turnovers either.
Opponents are getting 223 first downs. So, first downs rushing is 80, 137 by passing. They're getting 27 sacks right now throughout the year. The whole season, they've gotten 2,908 passing yards.
Bobby Wagner's already had 107 tackles for them on the year.
Yeah.
God damn, the guy's still coming. He only has 2 sacks, but still, that's a lot of tackles.
Oh yeah, stopping any momentum he's always been good at that.
Yeah, Marshawn Lattimore. They have some pretty good names.
They do.
Lattimore, Miller, Wagner. That's like in their primes, that's a scary defense. That's still kind of scary name wise, but like, I mean, I don't pull it up on ESPN, but I don't see anything like on total defensive team stats or like what their rankings are and stuff. But
I can just see what they have.
Yeah, so I just hope we win. But let's go and start wrapping this up. We're already fucking hour 45 in. we talked like 15 minutes football. Where can people find you at?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, Kick, and Twitch as the Kraken Wrestling.
I clapped my hand when I said that, and it fucking hurt. So I tried to do that quietly. So I just like screamed in silence. I was like,
that hurt. Dying.
Yeah, that hurt more than the fucking hand sanitizer. You guys can follow me, Josh Vibes Up. I'm on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. You can join my Discord. The links are all down below. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the football part at the end. And we'll catch you guys on Friday. Peace.
Yep.